Hey, Tony Gadsden's here. Now y'all gotta forgive me. It's AC close to me, so might be a little loud coming out of there. I only got 20 minutes till my next coaching session. It's a Sunday and I'm in the hotel in Waco, Texas, and out here working. Was working with some clients in Texas area, and then gonna catch the Baylor game later today. Go and watch them play. I love Baylor, and I served them for 5 seasons before having to take a hiatus to be home with my oldest son. And I was working in Dallas yesterday, and it was, a somber feeling because of what happened with their player, Marshawn Nealon, and it just really gets you to thinking. And it's so many things that go into that to where you can't really put your finger on it, and you can't really say, oh, it was this, it was that. One of the things I know is that, for one, head trauma is real. A lot of people don't think about that and how real that is when you play a combat sport, because one really, really bad hit, really wrong hit can rewire your brain completely, because just that brain matter being smashed against your skull over and over and over again, people don't think about how that affects some people. And then also just in life, when you have identity crisis, when you have different things in your bloodline and different things you dealing with, you struggling with, it's a lot that goes into it. And what you feed your mind, what you tell yourself, all of those things go into it. So you never really can tell 100% like what it is and why it is. And I've never had suicidal thoughts like in a real way. Now what I have had is homicidal thoughts. And when somebody crossed me or did something to my family, and having to overcome those thoughts on a daily basis and just really process and think through it and think about my purpose, think about my calling, think about the trick of the enemy. And I'm able to do that because of having a relationship with God and being able to, and that's something that a lot of people don't say out loud, of what can go through your mind and what you can entertain. And that also is a sin, to think about that, doing harm to someone. But being able to pray and pray for strength, pray for healing, pray for forgiveness, and then move forward in your life, like, it's very real. And not to say that this type of thing doesn't happen with women, but I can't think of a professional woman athlete in recent who has taken her own life. But I have seen multiple football players take their life. And for one, if I was a parent, I'm a parent, but if I was a parent of young kids getting ready to go into sports, I would not choose football. Although I may work in football one day, everybody had their own choice. I would not choose football. If I could do it over, I wouldn't even choose soccer. I'd probably do baseball. And yeah, you could get hit in the head with the ball, but it's just very, 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 very rare. I would choose baseball, tennis, or golf. And I would beg and borrow to be able to pay for it if I couldn't pay for it. And I would save every dime. I'll work 2 jobs. I will find a nonprofit organization in the area that helps with underprivileged kids or minority kids to play sports. And I would go into one of them sports because it's a lot of money in college for them sports, a lot of scholarships, and the makeup of the black people of African genes, the way our brains work, from just how we wired, our acute senses, our spatial reasoning, our coordination, eye-hand coordination. You seen what the Serena Williams and Venus Williams, what the Williams sister did in tennis. They're not an anomaly in their ability. They're an anomaly in choosing the sport. But look at what Coco Gauff and all the other sisters that's in tennis doing. So your daughter could do that too. You just got to give her that opportunity. And I wouldn't be putting my kids in these broke sports that don't pay nothing and that beat you down. And then with women's basketball, I wouldn't put my daughter in that because it's a lot of stuff going on in there. Even though I work in women's basketball, that's not a sport I would choose. I would choose like tennis there too. Might even choose softball. The young lady, the sister, got $1 million NIL deal in softball. Like this sports can be an avenue, but the head trauma from sports that's involved with head trauma, boxing, MMA, football, stuff like that, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very intentional about everything else you put around that. Got to be very intentional. Got to think about that. So it's one of those things, and it's real sad to see. And don't ignore it. Check on your people. Talk to your strong friend. Check on the men in your life. Do what you can to lighten their load. Speak life. It's more men taking their own life, at least in the media, than women. So men going through some type of spiritual warfare on a different level. And so if you have a son, a husband, a brother, like, make sure that you are intentional about your prayers for him. And not to say that you shouldn't pray for women or nothing like that, but you see that that's an attack. You see that's an attack on men. When the suicide that's in the media is a man and it's also a black man. And so that right there is a sign that's showing you, like, this is where the attack is at. This is where the focus is at. So make sure you're intentional about those prayers. And you're intentional about those words of affirmation and support. And it's sometimes every now and then I get a message from a complete stranger. I see a comment from a complete stranger, and it's so powerfully worded, and it's so affirming and so uplifting that it might bring tears to my eyes, might bring a smile to my face, and I just could feel the strength that it brings, the healing that it brings. And it don't happen all the time, because not all of them, hit me the same. But every now and then, I guess if my spirit is in that place and it needs it, it'll take that and it'll benefit from that. And I see that and experience that, and it's real. And I was just talking to a client. I done coached 2 clients today. It's Sunday, but I had to move them Sunday because my schedule got messed up because I had to come out and serve. And so I think I'm coaching 3 clients today before the game. And one of my clients, she was like, told me, how do you do it? And I had to think about that thing. And I told her, I plan my tomorrows today. And I really try to be as intentional as possible. But I also try to get as much rest as possible. I ain't get a lot of rest because I had to coach overnight. And I got a little funny video. I might put it up later where I'll take y'all on a little journey with me where I was driving back, from Dallas to Waco at 3:30 in the morning. and just kind of shooting the breeze, just talking. I would have sleep, so y'all forgive me if I say something like peanut butter and oil sandwich or something, because sometimes I go to sleep while I'm talking, and I say something like, in the middle of my sentence, I'll say like peanut butter and mustard sandwich, and I'm like, what did that come from? But I had to win a sleep right there, and that was my subconscious. And so I might post it late tonight for the people that's up late or working nights. And I ride around looking for a bathroom, couldn't find a bathroom, and going through it. Video like maybe an hour long. I don't even know if it'll upload. But just talking, and no alcohol or nothing like that. It was just sleep. I was delirious. I'm like, but just the reality. And made it home. Could have lost my life a few times, fall asleep on the road, but I was out serving, and I had a crisis session. It was 9 hours long with some clients, and so just real work, just doing the Lord's work, and just knowing that He see it. And let me say thank you to the amazing person that donated to the Tony Gaskins Family Foundation. Nah, because I keep the link in the description. God bless you. God bless you. Seeing that, God bless you. Just appreciate you. And helping us change the world. And we got a lot of young men that we trying to bless, but also some women as well, some single moms. We trying to see if we can do a fundraise to help one family relocate because there was a fire in their building. They're trying to help how we can, if we can, when we can, where we can. Not easy, but trying to do what we can. So hey, stay prayed up. Keep living right, doing the right thing. Keep loving yourself, working on yourself. Hope to see you at the live seminar in Central Florida, January 24th. You will see on Tony Gaskins Academy, it's a 2026 Kickoff Conference. The live ticket is $97. The virtual ticket is $47. You got to pay to get inside of the course, the system, and that's where you'll see the other links for the VIP dinner, for the hotel reservation, and the link if you need additional tickets. And you just come and just check in with your name. God bless you, and keep your head up. All the important links in the description. I got a coach in 7 minutes, so we'll talk soon.